Oh, there we go. Now we're going. Now we're going. Now we're going.
Well, I would drop a quote in here in the intro, but
I don't know if anybody watched it. Or anybody cares to watch it. I totally get it. I totally get it. It's just me and Mo, everybody.
Yes, sir. Two straight men.
Two straight men went and watched a lesbian musical.
Yes.
Maybe.
8 hours away from each other, by the way. We were not together. Just so you know.
Bro, what's going on? Welcome to First Shots over on the Monday Hangover channel. Thank you guys for being here. I don't know if that many people will come and enjoy what we got to say, but hey, man. Hey, listen, I was all in, man. Look at this. I mean, I even got the cereal. This should be a quick review, says Sarah. We're gonna try to smoke it out to almost an hour.
Oh, we'll stretch it out. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, we're gonna spoil it.
Oh yeah.
Boys, I'm seeing this Sunday. Got to skip. No worries, man. No worries. No worries. We get it. We totally get it. We totally get it. Do I have the? There we go. There we go. All right. I got the Wicked cereal, dude. I was like, if I'm gonna go all in, I'm going all in. And I got
what is the cereal? That's
so
the
this
question.
is they have two versions. They got pink and green.
Oh wait, it's an actual it's not like a special edition of like Special K or something. It's
it's like I don't know if I can hold it. It's like pink kernels.
Ew.
It tastes like this literally tastes like Apple Jacks. Not as good as Apple Jacks, but they also have a green one that's a little more apple-y, I guess. People are listen, I'll say this. People are they sell both. Like one's the green one, one's the pink one. It's genius because when I got this one, all I saw were families buying both, right? So they can pour both in. They were like, if you buy both, you can mix them. You can mix them together. I was like, that's freaking genius. They figured out a way to get kids to buy both cereal boxes.
I think if you buy both and mix them together, then it makes like the molecule for Ozempic, and then you can lose weight. Like it's like Batman 89. I think if you get them both together, it'll get you there. But
I'm not too much. 2 boxes. I'm telling you, man, it was great marketing. They sold this one was the pink one. This is the Glenda. Is that how you say her name? Galinda, sorry.
Galinda Goodberry. But it says Galinda.
Yeah. The other one was the Wicked Witch. It was green. So, I'm just saying. That's how they did this. I mean, look, even our girl Steph, she did it. She did the thing. Like, look at this. It's on her Twitter. It's genius marketing to sell 2 boxes. There they are. She's like, I sold both I bought both and mixed them. So there you have it. See Wicked Virtue in the chat. Mo looks so disappointed in his son Jay. Yeah. So there they are. One of them's like green apple and the other one's good berry, but they kind of taste like Apple Jacks anyway. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. 43 people here. Shout out. I'm surprised we got that much talking about Wicked. So good. You know what's funny? When I was typing in Twitter like Wicked so good, right? Just the search engine to search for the movie poster. So I could pull up on stream and look what it pulls up Wicked Virtue. There she is. It was like Wicked for good. It's like there's Wicked Virtue right there. So amidst everything else. But yeah, I was just like, I was looking for like the movie poster that I could post or something like that and be like, here we are. A couple of straight heterosexual white males, older white males at that, heading to see the conclusion of the musical. Now, did you see the first one?
I did not. I couldn't bring myself to watch again. No, people
probably why you're lost in the whole thing.
No,
You know,
no. The things that suck can they don't need context.
bro. I gotta tell you, man. I like the first one. I thought the songs were real catchy. I thought the story. I kind of laughed a little bit at the humor. You know, I got to be honest, man. Ryan liked it. Jeremy liked it. I don't know what happened over here at Geeks and Gamers, but we were all like wickified on that first one. This one, I didn't think it was terrible, but it didn't match the energy of the first one. This one was actually quite depressing. It was very sad, you know. And you got to understand, like this is an adaptation of the Wizard of Oz, you know. So it's not they did take things from the the original, like the Wizard of Oz film. But this one is really, really sad. No?
And awful. It's sad because I had to watch it. I mean, okay, to be fair, I did volunteer. I didn't have to watch it.
I was gonna do this thing solo. I was gonna ask anybody. I was just gonna throw a net and be like, anybody want to talk about Wicked so good? I'll do it solo. I'll do the live review. We're trying to get the watch hours up here, and just let it fly.
Misery loves company. And,
you know,
I regret it.
Sean says it's a prequel. Actually, in this one, Dorothy's in it. You figure out the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, how they're all created, the Cowardly Lion, you know,
so bad.
How the wizard gets exposed, you know, and all that stuff. How the house falls on the wicked, the other wicked witch and like kills her.
I can't wait to cover that.
You know, so it was all there. I appreciate you, Donna. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Lulu says, I'll take Scary Movie over that. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone, but I will say this. Wicked has a fan base that is very loyal and very deep. It's weird to have two older guys talk about this film because I feel like this is a movie definitely made for women.
Oh,
a certain group of women. Because there was a lot of like lovey-dovey women stuff in it. Not every woman. I said it, a certain group. So over here at Universal Studios, they have a huge Wicked, like you'll see it if you come to MegaCon. It's not going anywhere. It's like this, you walk in and you see all the set designs, you see like the costumes, you can get a picture with the broom, like you could do all that stuff. And like it is ridiculously popular. And I remember when the first one came out, I remember like I was telling around, I was like, dude, they opened up this Wicked store at Universal. The place is always packed. It's always packed. So he's like, this movie's going to be big, whether people like it or not. So, you know.
Yeah.
Is the Wicked store still up at Universal? Oh, yeah. And it's bigger and better. No, it's in the Universal Studio side. It's in the Universal Studio side. That's where you're going to see it. So it's always packed. So anyway, this movie is part 2. It takes place a few, the Wicked Witch of the East has been she's been in hiding a little bit, and they're preparing like this they're preparing the Yellow Brick Road, as a big deal. Yellow Brick Road.
The East or the West? I know the East is in the movie.
What?
You said like the Wicked Witch of the East is in hiding.
Oh, I mean the West. Yeah,
the West.
Yeah.
The East is not in hiding, not at all.
The East is actually the governor of Oz.
Nyssa, right? Nyssa.
Yeah, the sister of the Wicked Witch, who's in a wheelchair, is actually the governor of Oz, and she's got problems, man. She's freaking. We kind of clapped when she died. All right, it is spoilers. Okay, she got problems. This lady is the perfect example of a woman that is obsessed with a man. And they show it very proudly in this film.
Holy crap, dude. Like, seriously. Like, flip the script. Yeah. It's so bad.
I'm just saying, she is. So the whole thing starts off like the Wicked Witch is bad. We're trying to find her. Galinda is like, we got to find her and like rescue her and all that stuff, and make sure like we protect her. We don't want her to die. So there's like a secret thing between her and like the prince of the guards. There's so much going on here. There's so much going on here. But before, I think we should just do it by character, right? So this is the Wicked Witch's sister. She's in a wheelchair. And she's fallen in love with a guy from, he's not really a midget, but he's from the midget land. Where is he from?
That was confusing. Like, apparently he's like the minute ball of munchkins. He's normal sized. I'm like, what? How did they know he's a munchkin? Oh my goodness.
They're not, because they didn't have any short people. He's part of the Lollipop Guild. So yeah, Munchkin Land, that's right.
With no munchkins. They're all like, they're indiscernible from each other. Like, I don't understand that part. I was so confused.
So this guy, I forgot his name.
Bach.
He told this girl one time that she was pretty, and she has secretly she has fallen in love with this guy, like completely. And she's doing everything in her power to make sure that he stays in the governor's office with her for life.
Yeah. And by the way, to that end, Wicked, no, you can't leave. Munchkins can't leave. They can't use the trains. Yeah. You can't leave.
Schick, Ryan Kennel saw this movie before me, and he enjoyed it. So maybe try again. But yeah, so she's obsessed with this guy from Munchkin Land, who's not really a Munchkin, and he finally has the nerve to tell her that he's moving on, that he wants a break, that he wants to leave, that he doesn't really like her. She thinks she's gonna ask him, she thinks he's gonna be like, "Hey, you want to get married? You want to be together?" But he's actually like, "I need to leave. I need to go back to Munchkin Land." And she's like, "Fine. You want to leave? Just get out. Like, I don't want to see you again. Goodbye. Get out." So he's like, "All right, I'll get out and leave." As he's leaving, the governor of Oz, makes a law that you got to have a special passport to get into Munchkin Land. So he's trapped. He can't leave.
And it gets enacted in like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And they even have the posters up and everything. Like,
so she puts a law out, and so he's got to come back to the governor's mansion, right? So he comes back, and she's all happy. She's like, "Oh, he's coming back to me." No, he's angry. He's like, "Why'd you do this?" So the next few scenes, you see him, and she's like, "Hey, you want to play cards?" And he's like, "No, ma'am. No." He's like very sure there, and she's like, "Call me by my real name." And he's like rolling his eyes because he's angry. He's trapped there. He's like a servant. So then this dude gets wind that the good witch is getting married, which that's who he is secretly in love with. He's secretly in love with Galinda. And when she finds out, she's furious, okay? She's a terrible person, all right? She's a terrible person.
Like, legitimately horrible person.
This entire time, the Wicked Witch is trying to expose the wizard, but she's been labeled as a heartless murderer that's going to eat everybody. And she's like, "I got to expose him, that he has no powers. I got to expose him. I got to expose the truth." And she's doing everything in her power to like expose. She's like writing stuff in the clouds, and it's being changed by the other witch. So finally she's like, "I got to go talk to my sister," which this person who's the governor. So she shows up in the office, and she's just like, "It's nice to see you again." She's like, "Oh my God, you're the Wicked Witch. We got to get you out of here." And she's just trying to talk to be like, "I'm trying to expose the wizard. And if we all expose him together, I'll be, I won't be shunned in Oz." Well, the freaking boy comes in and is like, "Oh my gosh, Galinda's getting married. I got to go. I got to stop her. I'm in love with her." She gets mad, grabs the spell book, and looks for a spell to make him fall madly in love with her. And she ends up reading a spell wrong and turns him into the Tin Man. with no heart.
Shrinks his heart, which somehow he's able to. Oh, my heart's shrinking because that's something that people can do. Like, oh, my heart shrink. He knew exactly what the problem was, and his heart's dude. That part made me so angry. It's like, and that okay. First of all, the Wicked Witch of the East turns his heart small. Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, makes him into the Tin Man.
Yeah, to save his life.
To save his life, he turns him into the Tin Man.
Because he was gonna die. She's like, oh my God, just save him, whatever it takes. And she's just like, she reads a spell, she turns him into the Tin Man. And then she's got the nerve to blame her sister, saying, she did this to you. I didn't do that. She did this to make, when it wasn't her, it was her fault.
Yeah.
But
by the way, most of this is off screen, by the way. So wonderful. This is all behind closed doors. Yeah.
Yeah. But later on, she goes to Munchkin Land and Dorothy's house falls on her.
Dude.
She's dead.
But we're missing the part where
no one's really upset about that.
Huh?
No one's really upset that she got killed.
No, I'm upset we didn't get to see it. It was just like, it was like montage and you don't even get to see her feet or her wheels or whatever the hell, like underneath the house. Like it just kind of is there. Yeah. Like it just kind of, she's dead. But my favorite part is that she's wearing these crazy shoes, and then Elphaba's like, okay, I'll try to make you walk again. So she tries to do this good deed, and raises the Wicked Witch of the East off. And then for whatever reason, these bedazzled shoes, because that's what they look like, bedazzled shoes.
Yeah, they weren't ruby slippers like in the original.
For no reason.
They were white. They were white dazzled slippers. So
yes, they were. It was for no reason. It just for exposition. The ruby slippers. They just kind of happened. And she's still floating in midair, and she's like, "Hey, Bach, look at me. I'm floating in midair." And it's just like, it's such the weirdest disjointed scene ever. And it's so like, I don't care about anything that's going on. I think it's hilarious that this paraplegic is hovering in midair with ruby slippers, and we don't even know if she can walk yet. Her legs look like they don't work. Like, and then Elphaba is like, okay, I'll do this. And then Bach is like, and it's so like, it's such a weird scene.
It's very odd. We've cut in between the whole thing, because I just wanted to expose the girl in the wheelchair. Women in wheelchairs, just freaking horrible people. So when she died, I was like, well, she got what she deserved. She ruined a man's life, shrunk his heart. But the whole thing going on in this film is Galinda and her husband-to-be, which she doesn't even tell him. She just surprises him, like, hey, guess what? We're going to get married in a month. And he's like, really? We're going to get married? She goes, I thought you'd be happy. So they're going to get married, but they're going to try to save the Wicked Witch, to see if she could be saved and be like, no, she's not bad. She's good. She's a friend of ours. We could save her. They get the Wicked Witch in with Galinda, gets her in, and eventually they get her in with the wizard. And you got to remember, Galinda has no powers. She's a powerless witch that has everyone fooled. The wizard has no powers. He also has everyone fooled. And so they have this meeting. And if I missed anything, you got to tell me. They have this meeting, the three of them, Galinda, the Wicked Witch, and the wizard. And Galinda's like, look, if you let us take care of you and you join our team, we can bring so much good change to Oz. We could change it all, the three of us. And the wizard's like, I'll give you whatever you want. Let's just put our differences aside. And
which by the way is Jeff Goldblum. Being Jeff Goldblum with all the just no.
Yeah. He talks just like Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
So she goes, I want the flying monkeys freed. Now, the Wicked Witch created the flying monkeys in the first film, and it was her fault. And she can't change the spell to bring them back to humans. So that's why she was asking for forgiveness. She goes, I messed up, but I'm going to give you your freedom. The wizard's like, no problem. She also wanted the animals to also be set free because they blamed the animals for a lot of the bad things because the animals kind of followed the Wicked Witch, kind of things like that. So she's like, I want the animals to be freed and let them, roam Oz again. And the wizard's like, sure. And Galinda's like, all right, we got an accord. Let's do this. So she goes out, she gets all happy, and they're gonna announce something. And then it happens. The Wicked Witch stumbles upon a secret room where animals are being like locked up and tortured by the wizard. So the wizard is a really bad guy.
Oh, he's horrible. Which
He's like the villain.
we think he's bad right now. By the way, foreshadowing.
Oh, it gets
we have no
worse.
idea how bad this guy is, which is a total just spit in the face of what the original Wizard of Oz was. But anyways,
So once she frees all the animals, she realizes the wizard's a bad guy, and I've got to fight. I can't join this. I got to fight them. So she she's starting to develop like I'm just gonna be the bad witch. I'm just gonna be evil because anything I try to do that's good, it all comes back at me in the face. So that now you're starting to see the arc happen. A couple musical tunes here and there, and so she's gonna do her thing. Now, the girl in the wheelchair goes to Munchkin Land, and another witch that can control the weather, played by Michelle Yeoh.
oh my goodness,
She's like the puppet master for like all of Oz. She understands the wizards, the spokesperson, but she's got the power. She's trying to she's controlling everything. She creates a twister, cyclone, and somehow that sucks up Dorothy in the house.
dude,
And she kills the sister of the wicked witch because she knows that will flush her out and they can capture her, right? So some reason she's in Munchkin Land and the house falls on her and she dies. And then you see Galinda there talking to Dorothy, kind of off screen, but kind of she's like, go see the wizard and he'll get you back home. Well, the Wicked Witch shows up and they have like a slap fight that was very. Listen, you guys see Ariana Grande, she's like skin and bones, right? She's like a toothpick. So seeing her in a fist fight is exactly what you would think it looked like when they were fighting. Like they were just like
this is ridiculous. But they totally like this. So they just kind of here's my main problem with the movie, aside from it being gay and stupid. But it's the fact that they just kind of play fast and loose with the original movie, which is what they're obviously trying to like put this on top of it. They're trying to get it to fit in. So it's like a prequel, a midquel, and a sequel of sorts.
Yeah.
It was, by the way, within like about 30 freaking minutes. But the whole thing is like you don't see the Wicked Witch of the East's feet or the wheels or anything like that. You just see the house. The Wicked Witch of the West doesn't even show up till everybody's gone, which is obviously not part of the movie.
That's right. Well, they made it very clear that this is not lore. This is like an adaptation. It's basically a fan film, so that they tried to put together as a different type of story, and the Wizard of Oz was like the background.
Right.
They were very clear with that when the musical came out, like 25 years ago. So they were very clear that this is not canon. This isn't part of the original Wizard of Oz, but they were able to get I guess the licensing to do a unique musical. So that's where we're at.
But my problem is that they make like the like Dorothy and the group look very very close to the original 30s movie. So they're not even trying to they're flying a bit close.
Not trying to hide it. Correct.
No, which is annoying. If they just made them look like if it was like the Wiz, it would be not as bad. If they were actually had a lot of separation with the 30s movie, but they don't. Like a lot of the scenes look exactly like the 30s movie.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what I keep hearing. That's how the book and the Broadway musical, right? That is exactly how the Broadway musical is, and the book. Yeah, so they did stay true to what they wrote. That is correct. Lucky win, and please keep correcting us because I'm gonna be honest with you. This movie wasn't made for me. I'm sure it wasn't made for Mo.
No.
But it definitely was made for an audience that loves this film. So, and I will give them that. Oh, and look, finally.
Oh,
Joe, let us know when you're ready. Whenever you're ready, let us know. We're gonna get a female's perspective is what we're missing here. I know she's traveling, so whenever I'll wait till she's ready. But that is, but that's like the whole. Then there's this crazy. So where I was at, she figures like she's got to expose the wizard again. Whenever you give us a thumbs up when you're ready, Joe. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Hey.
Welcome, Joe Rosie.
Hi.
You in that hotel Wi-Fi?
I'm on the Ritz Wi-Fi, so it's supposed to be a little bit better, right? Somewhere in the world, I'm in a Ritz. So
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
Okay, so I saw this last night, and I was actually just discussing this with a super huge Wicked fan, and I'll be honest, I feel like I need to watch it again, and also I feel like the themes were really, really dark. Like it's got these like this vibe of music. It's beautiful. It's this, overall like almost like confectionate sugar on the surface level. But then you have all these very dark things that happen. Literally death of multiple people. Are we doing spoilers or no spoilers?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the intentional murder of Nessa. Like call it what it is. It's Nessa. Fiore literally beat to death.
All right, so we're talking about the Wicked Witch that got she got the house falling on her was intentional.
Yeah, that was an intentional
thing.
Know,
when she died in the theater, people weren't really that upset because the way she treated her
she was a total total B word for sure. I mean, what happened to that guy, Bach, was also horrific. Dude.
Yeah, did nothing wrong. Got turned into the Tin Man.
Yeah, like in Alphaba is like I didn't do it. I'm like, yes, you did. Like they couldn't have made him like an actual Munchkin. Like have a small heart with a small body. No, like how do we get from behind the doors? By the way, with no inclination of what's going on behind there. How do we get from the only way to save him is to turn him into a metal Tin Man?
Because she said, I don't know what I'm actually reading. She just asked, like, she basically...
It was an accident.
It was an accident trying to save his life. The same thing with Fiore. Like, she doesn't really have any control of the spell. The same thing that happened with the monkeys in the first thing. Like, she was basically like...
But it's her fault.
It is her fault.
Whether she meant to or not. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole, like, the whole, like, nonsense behind it is like, no, it's your fault. Like, you might not have wanted it to turn out that way. But it's still your fault. And for us to be sympathetic towards her is just silly, honestly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we get to the part where she discovers that the animals were being mistreated. And I'm trying to give people like the movie and mm-hmm. why we knock it down. And then Galinda, I say that right? She's getting married. She's getting married to someone that didn't want to get married. She just surprised him with the marriage. And during the wedding day, I guess she finds out that he doesn't want to marry Galinda. He wants to be with the Wicked Witch, that he's in love with the other one. And Galinda's just heartbroken. Like, she's so upset. Like, you don't want to be with me? You don't want to be my husband? Like, what? You're just going to leave me for the evil witch? Yeah. I'm gonna leave you.
And there is no the movie leaves no guess that he was down with her. Like it's not even close. Like as soon as they get back to her lair, it's on.
He had a gun pointing at his fiance's face. Like that's the thing. So Munchkin Land happens. The house kills the sister. Galinda sends Dorothy on her way. Then the evil witch shows up, a little off from the original film. They get into a weird woman slap fight. And while they're slap fighting, the boyfriend shows up. Or I guess the guards show up from the wizard and capture the bad witch. But then the boyfriend shows up, put his guns in Galinda's face and is like, no, let her go. And she's like, Galinda's heartbroken. She's like, she loves him. Oh my God. She was crying. So they let her go. She gets on her broomstick and goes to the castle of the boyfriend. And then they beat up the boyfriend. And
To
she's like,
death.
oh my. Yeah, like he's going to die. So she has to do a spell. Like she's putting a spell on him that he'll never die. And so what happens? He turns into the Scarecrow.
A very, very attractive scarecrow, as we find out at the end.
I know. He's got great
Which was
hair.
hilarious. Yes. He's made of burlap, but he's still got his manly good looks, which is really odd. Because everything else in the movie looks almost exactly like Dorothy, the Tin Man. It's all like in line, but then we can't like, with the thirst trap can't look like the actual Scarecrow. He's got to look like the man. But I want to run it back because I can't stop thinking about it. When I watch the movie, I'm looking at Elphaba because we got to talk about Elphaba being wicked. Okay. This movie to me seemed like a estrogen-filled version of Meet the Parents, because the way that Elphaba becomes wicked is because she gets stuck in these uncomfortable situations where she ends up being thought of as wicked because she's there at the exact wrong time. The Cowardly Lion, hey, she let me go, and then the Cowardly Lion has to explain like what happened. And then you have like, well, I didn't mean to do that. Like, it just, everybody shows up at the wrong time. She writes something in the clouds, and then Michelle Yeoh, aka Barbara Walters, the Asian Barbara Walters, the way she sounds throughout the entire movie, writes something different in the clouds. Like it just seems like by happenstance and Deus Ex that Elphaba becomes wicked because people misunderstand what happened in the situation. She's literally she's a fish out of water, wrong place at the wrong time. That's how she's wicked. And it's the stupidest thing, in my opinion, that's how she's wicked. Like the whole thing about because she doesn't take responsibility for anything. She hooks up with her friend's fiance, like immediately. Like, I don't understand.
They do a little song number and end up in bed together.
Oh, I thought they were gonna just do a kiss and like pan away, and then like next scene they're naked. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, they definitely banged. Yeah. But in her defense, though, he was never her fiance until, and Elphaba probably didn't even know this, although she did go to her wedding. So there is a thing, like she did go to the wedding. But she knew that he was never, like they had romance simultaneously in the first movie. And he was definitely more into her.
There was definitely attention.
Yes. So I think there is grounds to say he was never really Galinda's. So.
Yeah, but he was at the wedding, and if it wasn't for the stampede of the talking animals,
he would have gotten married.
He would have gotten married. Like, the morality of this movie is like, what are we doing here? They're all a bunch of slime balls. I wish the house would have fell on the entire crew. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I hated this movie because of that. Because I can't identify with any of these people.
Oh, dude, it's if you don't see real world into this nonsense, like evil plotting, people being fake and not being who they really are to manipulate and control others. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
I felt like it was a symbolism for modern day politics for sure. Like they were trying to, I don't know if they was intentional, to say that, but I definitely felt like there was
pretty old though. It's a pretty old. It's got to be 25 years old.
Mm-hmm. The books, yeah, no, and
it's pushing 30 at this point. I think
maybe
97. I think right. My point is there's a way to do it where you have politics and stuff like The Godfather, where you're just it's really subtle at certain points. This is like the Real Housewives of Oz. It's so just a bunch of, excuse my French, a bunch of hoe bags getting into fights all the time. It's just I'm sorry. It's so white trash. I'm sorry. It just came off as
we finally get to the point where Dorothy and her bandits show up and speak to the wizard. And the wizard's like, yeah, bring me the broomstick of the wicked witch and I will grant you your way home. So they have this weird song at the end that Dorothy's not really a part of, but the Tin Man is, where he's got an axe and he's like, I'm gonna kill the witch, man. And he's screaming and singing, where he's like, I can't wait to kill that witch. It's like, dang, dude. I remember. Dun, 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 dun. That's the Tin Man I remember. This guy's like bloodthirsty, dude. Well, Galinda didn't like that. She's like, I gotta save my friend and let her know that the mob is coming. Remember, everything with Galinda is fake. Her little bubble transportation is just fake. It's like, it's to pretend. It makes it look like she's got magic. She heads over to the Wicked Witch, and she's like, they're coming to kill you. And the Wicked Witch is like, listen, I've made a choice. All right. While Dorothy's crying like a little baby in the basically Dorothy showed up and got caught. And like she threw her in some kind of basement and was like, take those shoes off. That's why I want those shoes. And you can hear her crying. Galinda's just like, they're coming to kill you. And she's like, I've made my mind up. Let them come. Make me to be evil so you could be the good one. I love you. And they go into song. Please forgive me. Like whatever they were singing. They're all
Make me to be evil. The person that doesn't take responsibility for anything and that is holding a Kansas teen hostage. Like, it's not a hard sell, honey. All right. You're kind of a piece of garbage. You're not exactly a catch, despite what you think. I'm like I said, they don't sell her like.
I like this movie much better than Mo did.
I just seriously, like, I am metering my language. All right. I'm metering my language.
Really, I mean, I agree with the fact that she doesn't take responsibility and she does things, but in the defense of her, what she did to Bach, if she hadn't acted, he would have died.
Yeah, he would have died. That's what I'm saying. Like, she had to, but then she got the blame for saving his life.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Mo had a great time. Yeah. Well, Galinda gets kind of locked in the closet, and then you see, Dorothy escaping the basement with a bucket of water and throwing it on the witch, and she melts because of the water. She's melting.
Yeah, and which, by the way, they have a bullshit line. I'm sorry.
No. If you saw it, it's okay.
But it deserves being said. I bet she's so impure. If you threw pure water on her, she would melt. And I'm like,
yeah.
Thank you for the horrible foreshadowing in that song. But yeah, they throw the water on her and she melts. And all of this is like somebody locked on. It's like like Saw or like some horror movie. It's like you're seeing it in these very tense, people. Like it's very fast moving. Like we're the Wizard of Oz, the original movie is happening during this, but it's so like bing bang boom. It's inconsequential to this movie, which from what I've been told by a lot of people, including Jay, is that it is because that was the intent of the story. Like, it's very, very loosely based on the Wizard of Oz. It's supposed to be like an otherworldly kind of like story, but it doesn't. But they all the things look like the original story, like the original movie. So it's weird. Like, they don't want to connect it, but they're connecting it really closely to the original movie.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting take on the original movie. Like, it was actually pretty fascinating to see, like, so that's how the Tin Man became, and that's where the Scarecrow came from, and that's the Cowardly Lion. And interesting that Dorothy actually is an idiot,
But it's all contrived. Like, it happens because the movie needs it to happen. It doesn't make sense. Why does a Munchkin, who's not a Munchkin, that is at the whim of the Wicked Witch of the East, who's just a person in a wheel, it's like it just, they just so happen to become the Tin Man. Like, nothing leads up to it. It just happens right there. The reason the Scarecrow happens is because he gets thrown on a wooden cross and he gets beat the crap out of him. It's just it like happens. It's too expedient and it's too convenient. It doesn't make sense. Like, you can understand why Elphaba, even though it's like I said, meet the parents, meet the witches, the way that she becomes evil, just because she's misunderstood, but in such a comedic way, it's almost sad. You can understand how she can get there. The whole Tin Man and the Scarecrow make no sense. It's just piss poor storytelling in my estimation, because it just happens within the course of a few minutes. That's why it's so annoying to me, because it's just like lazy. They're just doing it to get the story going, and that I cannot stand those kind of movies. Like they have to like kind of make it build up, and there's no build up to those two characters. It just happens. She's just trying to save two guys' lives. That's it. That's like literally like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh well, guess what? You know, boom, here we go. Like I think it's lazy, but that's just me.
It does give the that's why I said I feel like I need to rewatch this, even though I don't really want to, just because I felt like it went from like it picked up the pace really fast. Like the story just things are happening right now. And I'm like, what is I just felt overwhelmed at one point where I'm like, I just left the movie and I just felt like, wow, that was a lot. And it just felt discordant. So I would agree with Mo on that it does not feel like a well written out story. It felt like they shoehorned the Wizard of Oz original story into the story, and they made it fit.
So as we continue, Galinda's got to get back to the wizard. You know, she now has the spell book, and the wizard gets exposed. So then, you know, you see him get like off screen where he gets into his balloon and just kind of like floats away. But the reason why he left is because he feels that the witch is dead. And the big reveal was, hey, this is what was left behind that I had to give to you, wizard, from the Wicked Witch. And the wizard realizes that that's his daughter. And he starts to crumble and cry. He's like, what have I done? That is my daughter. That green mofo over there, that's my daughter. The wizard's daughter that he had killed.
By the way, the only reason that it's his daughter is because he's apparently the Bill Cosby of Oz.
Yeah, he sleeps around.
And he drugs women when they're like...
Which apparently causes birth defects and turns their babies green.
Yes.
Which I hate. That
makes sense. There, like he drugs women, sleeps with them with a drug that if they did get pregnant, it makes them green. But that's what made the Wicked Witch so powerful. So no one has mentioned Dorothy's little dog. Toto was there just running around. That's about it.
That was the best part of the movie.
He just kind of was following Dorothy. That's about it. You never see Dorothy's face, but you never see her face, but you see her, like the back of her head and stuff like that while Dorothy's there. But yeah, so that's the big reveal. The wizard is a horrible person. Does he get punished? No. They literally say, you just need to leave and never come back. So he gets in his balloon and he's all happy. He's like, oh, sorry, Dorothy, I forgot to put you in the balloon, like in the movie, and he just kind of floats away.
That was my favorite part of the movie because they deported him for breaking the law.
Yeah.
So that was they put him back in his original country that he came from.
And then Galinda takes the flying monkeys and has the other witch, which is played by Michelle Yeoh, captured, I guess, and put in a cage. I don't know what happened to her. The flying monkeys just grab her and take her away. So now Galinda is the final boss. She's in charge.
Do you feel like it's so unfair almost? Like she was not innocent, and like she was the one who came up with the idea of, hey,
get
go
the
after
little
her
sister.
Like that's pretty dark. Messed up.
Her heart was broken that her man left her for the other one, so she's like, fine.
That's still murder.
Here's how we get her.
Yes. Once again,
it's true. Well, she didn't specifically say kill them, but she did say like.
Judging how moral all of these characters in Oz are, I can't expect them to have the best intentions.
Bro, Oz is like Sodom and Gomorrah. It's terrible over there, man. What the heck? Everybody's plotting to kill everyone. Listen, the first scene of the film, you got the workers from Oz, like the guards of Oz, like abusing and beating up animals. Like the first, like they're laying down the yellow brick road and they're just like, get up, bah, like punching them in the face. These elephant, rhino, whatever those things are. And the Wicked Witch saves the animals. It's really weird when you try to make, in the original story, the Wicked Witch is evil, witch, bad person.
Pure evil.
Yeah. And so this musical makes the evil, bad person was actually the good person the entire time, but just misunderstood. So... so it's like when you try to make the original villain a good guy, there's going to be a lot of problems your storytelling. But this one was pretty dark, man. Like you said, they're beating up animals. The wizard was Bill Cosby, you know, and the sister was killed just to flush out the Wicked Witch. Galinda had a part in that. She's just like she put the idea in their head. You know, she's lying to everybody. They think she's a powerful witch. She has 0 powers. It's all fake because she has a beautiful smile, right? That she's like the spokesperson of Oz. So they're all bad people. She loses her husband to the other witch who just immediately says, let's just get naked. You know?
Seriously.
We have the other sister manipulating men to be close and stay in the office, like the Munchkin Land. Like, it's crazy, man.
Is it implied that she basically, like, so she took away their rights, they couldn't leave, and then it was like working for her, so it was like implied like slavery.
Yeah.
And then when she found out he was actually in love with Galinda, that's when she got mad and was like, put a spell on him. So
it's so detestable. I just wish.
Anybody in the chat have a question? Let us know. We'll highlight it and try to answer it. But at the very end, we did have somewhat of a happy ending. The Scarecrow, who's in love with the Wicked Witch, goes back to the castle. And it is revealed that the witch didn't die from the water. Yet it was just a smoke and mirrors spell that she was actually hiding in the basement. He then pulls her out of the basement. And they walk off into the side. I have no idea where they were going.
That's the world in between or something like that.
The land beyond Oz.
Yeah. So it's basically there's nothing there. And they use the tunnel that the animals had carved out to escape.
Okay. So I didn't see the first one. The stupid bear. He's like he's like this.
Yeah, he's
like
the nanny.
It's a girl.
He's like okay, whatever. Paragon, a paragon of the bear is there. And he's like, we gotta leave. Sorry, gotta leave. And then it comes back. It's like, what was the point of the bear? Like, it's just like the bear and the animals are like, look, we have no faith that you're gonna do anything right. Which,
they
watching Alphaba and her morality, I don't blame them. I'd be out too. But
in the first one, the animals they accused the animals of like a rebellion, like they were gonna rebel against. Anytime the wizard felt like he was gonna be exposed, he just became really angry. So in the first one, the animals were like the goat was like a teacher, you know, and it's like he went after the animals because I'm assuming he thought they were gonna do a rebellion, so they were all leaving. This made no sense. So the Scarecrow had his memory all this time. Yes.
Yeah.
But he planned with the evil witch, the Green Witch, to fake her death so they could escape and be together. What's really weird is like when you see him as a Scarecrow and the Wicked Witch looks up, she's like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." While he's got like hay hair and like wheat in his perfectly combed hair, it's like wheat, you know, and burlap.
But that's the part. Everybody else looked like they came from the 1930s movie, and then you have the Thirst Crow, you know, the Thirst Crow. You know, you have like this guy, and I'm like, bro, that looks like
he doesn't look like the Scarecrow.
I mean, what's the name of the actor? Bailey, Jonathan Bailey. He is the sexiest man according to people or whatever, right? Alive, which they were like, "Hey, we've got the sexiest man alive. We can't make him look bad as a Scarecrow."
But it was a bit ridiculous. It looked like a cosplay, like there's like people that go to the conventions, and then there's people that take it another level.
I bet she's pregnant. No, Jay, actually, they stayed with the story that came out like in the 90s, and that's the end of I mean, I guess if they wanted to make more money. Listen, both these movies cost around $300 million for both. Wow. They're going to make a ton of money with this, and it ain't going nowhere. Like I said, and Joe's seen it. When you go to Universal Studios, there's a huge Wicked thing that's just always crowded. So
let me tell you about this movie. In terms of buying tickets, I had no idea that it would be that. Like, I kept going through Fandango. I went to a a theater that had many, many, many showings. And I was like, oh my God, it's sold out. It's sold out. It's sold out. I was like going down the time. I think I checked like maybe 10 different showings before I found one that had 2 seats next to each other. It was crazy. I went with a coworker.
They set a record for 2025 already as the biggest Thursday showing of any movie in the year in 2025. That's bigger than Superman, bigger than Fantastic Four. They did almost $31 million for Thursday previews, which is the biggest opening of any. So it's gonna do numbers. But yeah, this one was pretty dark and sad. There was some weird sexual tension between these two, though. Like they kept crying. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't do women. I don't know. Like these women kept crying and like, I love you. I love you. They just kept crying when they looked at each other. All right. So here's my problem as a guy, and I'm glad Joe's here because we're different people. Glinda went to the Wicked Witch and says, "We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. I'm gonna fight for you and tell the truth." That's her friend, and you're like, as soon as she says, "No, I want you to tell everybody I'm a bad person, so you can be the good witch," she just said, "Okay, I'll miss you." It's like, what? You didn't fight for your friend? You could have stopped the mob. You're Glinda. You're in charge. Like people listen to you. You can say whatever you want.
Here's the thing.
The other one has so many powers. She could have done all kinds of stuff, but they just chose to give up. I mean, I guess it's because she knew like she was gonna disappear from this earth with the scarecrow, but maybe that's what it is.
Honestly, I feel like Glinda's not that good of a person. Obviously, she's vain and has all these like just loves adoration.
Nobody's good. But anyways, go ahead.
Yes, she loves adoration, so she's basically in a position to. Like she's the one who makes out in the end. Like, sure, she lost her fiance, but did she really even love him? Like, I feel like she's the kind of person who only loves herself. And even though she has this like weird relationship with the Wicked Witch, Elphaba, where they have this love, like you're the only friend that ever mattered. It's like, yeah, you just freaking like double crossed her like 5 minutes ago and suggested, you take out her sister. Like, what the heck kind of friend is that? So I just feel like it's kind of, she's the only one who made out like a bandit because it's like in the end, she's in charge. She's the queen or whatever, like basically replacing the wizard. Everybody loves her, which is what she loves. Complete adoration. And then what she really wanted, her heart's desire was to be magical. You didn't even mention this. It's implied in the end that she starts to get magical powers.
Yes, you're right.
Out of nowhere. So like,
right.
She literally got everything she wanted.
Yep. The biggest distraction with me was Ariana Grande. The dresses she was wearing, like she doesn't have the figure for the dresses she was wearing. Like she's not top heavy or anything like that. And her, like, I felt like this picture here, like you see her bones, like throughout the whole. Every time she wears a low cut dress like this, like I just saw her chest bones, and it was like. I couldn't focus. Like it was just like, ooh, it just looked bad on screen. And like they made her look paley and sick in a lot of the scenes.
Yeah.
Not me or no, like
no, because Glinda from the original movie and the way that she's supposed to be portrayed is this wonderful, beautiful woman who is magical, by the way. That's how the slippers get off the Wicked Witch of the East. It's implied that they just peeled them, like she went under the house, went into the crawl space and took the ruby slippers off right underneath the wheelchair and gave them to Dorothy. There wasn't any magic there, but she's supposed to be like, not only is she magical, she's magical in the sense that like the Wicked Witch of the West can't hang, which is this whole subversion thing, which I cannot stand. I know this is one of the first ones, but it does not stand the test of time. I despise subversion, and they just kind of force it to happen. Now that you brought this picture up, I will say this. I do love the implementation of the set pieces and the technology, quote unquote technology. Like the world of Oz, I would totally live there. I love how they disseminate information. I love how everything works in that world. That's cool. I'll give them that. That's the only reason they don't get a 0. But yeah, no, the people are reprehensible.
That's the wizard behind the curtain here, and it was pretty awesome. It's like that old like Crank, everything Crank works, and everything. I thought that was steampunk style. So I thought I did think that was cool, but yeah, Ariana Grande distracted me a lot because she's very flat chested, but they tried to make her chesty. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not trying to be like rude.
No.
It just
I was thinking that too. Like the dresses had these bodices that were like hard, so it made her look like she had boobs, but then there was like a gap that you can tell from her skin to the dress. So it was like, what is going on? Like, yeah, it was very distracting because I kept thinking about it too. I was thinking about it too.
Because I'm like, man, she needs food. Like,
and that's the other thing. If we're talking about the physical archetypes that they're in these movies, Glinda is supposed to be this beautiful, well taken care of, like healthy woman. Like she's supposed to be like, yes, I'm, and this is why I can't stand this subversion crap. She's supposed to be this wonderful, like healthy, well put together. And even though the Wicked Witch of the West is the same age as her, she's hunched over. She's like evil, like almost like the Palpatine thing. Like she's just so she's got evil coursing through her veins that it causes her to just be ugly inside and out. And in this movie, they just can't decide what's who, what their morals are. Like that's why I don't like the movie, because I love the original. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time, and I cannot divorce it because they didn't divorce it. They put like the 1930s movie in the middle of this movie, and I just think this subversion thing is just a cheap way to make an interesting story, but it's kind of surface level. And I think that kind of comes through in this movie. It's not that good, but that's just me.
Why do you think it's so popular though? Because the Broadway play is one of the most popular Broadway plays of all time.
I think women love this. I think gossipy women love this type of movie.
Is it because it's about friends? Like in the core, like what its themes are friendship in spite of like it's literally the popular girl.
My theater, my theater was filled with older women and gay men.
Sounds about right.
And me and Krista. So like, that's what my theater was filled with. And they were all dressed either pink or green.
Yeah.
Right. And it was so weird that there was two transgender men dressed as women that were in the theater. And we were leaving. The movie was over. I was fine, man. I had my snacks. I was good. So the movie stunk. I got Twizzlers. I'm good. When we were leaving, Chris was going to use the restroom, but we were a little worried that we thought that the transgender were going to go into the bathroom. So,
oh no.
I was kind of like, well, I mean, I don't know what I would have done, but they didn't go in the bathroom. But they were standing around. It just was like, that's my theater was, and it was 140 on a Friday. Like, just like Joe said, sold out. There was a whole row of women behind me. They had to be in their 50s, 60s. And they were crying, and they were clapping, and they were cheering throughout the entire thing. And I don't know how they got I mean, some people knew some of the songs. I did think the music was better, a lot better in the first one. I think the songs were a little more memorable and a little more like catchy, I guess you'd say, than this one, because this one was kind of rough. This one was a lot of sadness in the singing.
Well, if we're talking about the music on its face, they shoehorned a lot of lyrics into this. It sounds like the music was made for another movie and then they put the lyrics in. Like I just didn't like it. It didn't. There was some where it was.
There's no doubt these two could sing incredible. Oh, yeah. They like. Very incredible.
Cynthia's weird AF, but she's got a great voice.
Yeah,
I cannot deny that. But there wasn't any memorable tunes, and the music cues were trying to be like, "Oh, I heard this wonderful thing's happening." I'm like, "No, it's not. Like nothing wonderful is happening at this point. Like, why are you trying to give this upswell of orchestral magic?" And it's just like, no, it's pretty awful. What's going on right now? And pick a point in the movie. Like it's just a very odd movie to me. But to answer Joe's question, I think this is why you have a lot of great female authors throughout history. women can fill in the blanks a lot better than men can. Like we take it, we look at it, we're like, I don't like this. I don't think this works very well. I think women do a much better job of filling in the emotions that are happening at that point. Cause it's just, that's not how I'm built. So when I look at it, I take it at face value. I'm like, this is crap. But I think women love it because they kind of they put themselves in there and they say, okay, I wish I was in this, I wish I was in this fairy tale. Like they dig it because they can see themselves in it. Much in the same way a man can watch Superman and you're like, yeah, I would totally whip Zod's ass. It's just like, I think there's something to it. I think they can fill in a lot of spaces that men just aren't that willing to do. And I am one of those people. I'm one of those guys.
I would have to say, maybe I'm different, but I would not want to be neither Elphaba nor Galinda. So I don't know what women are thinking, or maybe it's they love.
That's why I said a certain type of women. You're definitely built different, Joe, in a better way.
Thanks.
Yes.
She knows Joe knows how to load a gun, shoot a gun, and she knows how to, she could identify a gun, snap a finger. Yeah, she's top tier. This was the scene here where they're about to get busy. They were singing and she was flying with them. They slowly just start taking off their clothes for no apparent reason. There's the bed. I don't know why this guy. And there they are at the end. There's the scarecrow and the witch holding hand. Yeah, sorry. It's just looking at it now. It is kind of creepy. It is kind of creepy. Overall thoughts. We'll start with Mo, and then I'm going to go into the critic list and see what other people had to say.
we really need to summarize my thoughts on the movie. Okay,
that's true.
No,
you didn't like it.
I feel okay. I feel like a lot of potential.
And I'm just showing random pictures. You don't have to talk about it, just so people can see this.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
This is Dorothy from the film.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're okay. Real quick, 30s. They to put you into the original movie, so that's why it was kind of annoying to me. If they kind of made it some otherworldly thing where nothing matched, I'd probably be a little better with it. But that kind of annoyed me. Anyways, so I feel like the movie had a lot of points it wanted to hit and didn't have enough time to hit it, even though it was a long, like a little over 2 hours. I feel like it was kind of slapdash. Things that happened in the movie happened because they needed to happen. There's a lot of Deus Ex Machina crap going on in this movie. I feel like the way that they did these characters to subvert them was they did a lot of them really dirty. Did not like it.
Such as Tin Man, Scarecrows, those characters.
Yeah, like it's like they just happen to be because they happen to be, like they're just there because. I feel like they could have been like totally ancillary characters and the movie would have been better for it. But
also, Mo, I feel just like now, I didn't even realize the Scarecrow with Fiore was there why would he have gone to the wizard if he knew who the wizard was? That makes zero sense.
He went there. No, it does. He went there to make a plot to save the Wicked Witch. So he went there. He teamed up with Dorothy to figure out what was going on, so he could figure out a plan, to save the woman that he loves. He knew he wouldn't be recognized as a scarecrow, so that's why he went there.
But that's all very implied.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not.
I didn't catch it. Yeah.
No, that's not well stated. That's not like you had to be like afterwards, like, oh, I get what he was doing. It was not.
Each other. No, it wasn't implied, but you had to
figure it out.
I guess at the end, it made sense for me at the end. That's why he was there. That's why he didn't say anything. That's why he didn't, when the Tin Man was singing about how he wants to kill the witch, it made sense to me at that point when at the very end he saves her and they walk off into another world. So,
but yeah, the whole entire crew of the Wizard of Oz is contrived. Like they just happened because they just decided to.
Well, they all happened because the Wicked Witch did something. Yeah.
It's very cynical the way that this doesn't need to be a Wizard of Oz property. It latched onto it to make itself popular, in my opinion. It's certainly the movie. I don't know about the musical. I've always been a proponent. If you like it, You like it? Don't pay attention to me. Check it out yourself. You might like it. Obviously, I have a very cynical view of the movie. I don't like it, but I like the world that it exists in as far as the design. But that's it. The people that exist in it are horrendous people. Yeah, it's Sodom and Gomorrah of Oz. But it wasn't for me. The music landed flat. I can look past a movie and the plot if the music's good, but there's nothing memorable here. There's nothing I'm gonna hum. There's nothing I'm gonna sing, which is a sign of a good musical. And there's just nothing there. The whole thing was just like a waste of time to me. But gosh darn it, if you like it, more power to you. I love you for it, but I can't stand it. I think it's bad. I think it's abomination of a wonderful, wonderful movie. So, all right, there you go.
I'm gonna go next, and we'll let Joe. Then I'm gonna check critical scores. But I liked it a lot. I didn't hate it. I actually thought it was rad, only because I enjoyed the first one so much. I wanted to see the story conclude, and to see it go from such a happy-go-lucky first movie to a dark, sinister, where everyone's plotting against each other, and to just self explode, like just have the whole Oz explode into their face, and the last one standing was Ariana Grande. I thought that was kind of crazy. So that's where I liked it. I probably won't watch it again, but for what it was worth, I was entertained. So I watched it, like when I saw the evil, like the sinister, like it was like political House of Cards. It was like, we'll trick him this way, and this person broke my heart, so I'll get him this way. And I love that man, so I'm gonna make a law where he can't go visit his home. It's like freaking political theater to me, and that's why I liked it, because it was like, again, like we talked about the girl in the wheelchair. She's like, she plotted and put laws in place so the man that she loves had to stay in her castle, and she ends up dying because Galinda here is upset that the Wicked Witch stole her man. So she kind of like it's just like everything is happening all over the place. And then it all comes back to the wizard being such a horrible person controlling the whole thing. Anyway, that's just me. That's how I saw it. And then I saw like a bunch of gay people and women crying in the theater when it was all over. And that made me laugh. So if you can make me laugh, then it's good. Good stuff. What about you, Joe?
I remember just leaving there feeling very like, what did I just watch? Because of all the darkness, I was not expecting that. Especially like you said, the first one was all these beautiful songs, and it's very stunning, visually stunning. Like Mo said, the world is beautiful. It's just, like I said, it felt like confectionate sugar. Like everything is just gorgeous and beautiful and so cool to look at. And then all this darkness is happening that comes out of nowhere, very different from the first one. There is no good character. Everyone has a bad side. And it kind of just, like I was saying with Oz, I feel like they shoehorned in a story and made it fit. And it was very kind of, the pacing for me was a little bit weird, because it was like, all of a sudden, all these things were happening. And even like that one picture of Fiore as a scarecrow, if you're not paying attention, it's like, oh, wait, that's just happening just now. So to me, there was a pacing issue. At some points, it was a little bit confusing, very, very dark. And then I just kind of had this feeling of, I feel like I need to watch it again, maybe, but I don't know if I want to. So there was enjoyable moments. I think overall, I was entertained, but I was also disturbed, if that makes any sense.
I think I get it. I was more disturbed because this is what the people looked like when I went and saw it. Like, they were dressed like that, pink and green. So, would any of you recommend it for young children?
No. No.
I don't
Death,
think so.
Listen, dark themes. People die. People are literally beat to death.
Animals are beaten.
Animal cruelty. Yeah, this is not for kids at all.
Take them to see K-pop Demon Hunter. That's if you want to share a musical. Well, forget what we had to say. What did other people think of Wicked for Good Part 2? I honestly feel Mo might have enjoyed it a little bit, maybe a smidgen more if you saw the first one. That's all. That's all. That's my thought. I gave it a 66. A little high. I'm already getting the thumbs down. That's fine. Man, I got 10. I can only imagine what people are saying. Thanks for doing the review. That's awesome. Okay, that was weird. It's gone too far. Yeah. I mentioned that too. They look sick. Mo gave it a 20. Dreaming Tabitha gave it a 50. Well, she's got spoilers in her review, so we spoiled the whole thing. There's Krista Nova. Krista, she also gave it a 50. Said the movie wasn't as best as the first one, but it was good for what it was. The visuals were beautiful. The singing, although great, wasn't exactly memorable besides the last song at the end. The costumes were my favorite thing about the movie, so it's nice to see everyone glammed out. Yeah, that's true. She still gave it a 5 out of 10. We got a 59, a 90. I cried when Galinda and Alphaba sang for good. Look at that. See, I told you, like, people were crying. They were crying. My 9-year-old enjoyed the first one. So you know what I would say? I would have to say I would recommend you watching it first and then seeing if your child could handle the second one. That's all.
This is not.
You are the parent. You make the final call. You know your child better than I do.
The morality of this movie makes me sick. That's my only problem.
For a 9-year-old.
We got 79%. Love this movie. Fantastic experience seeing it in IMAX. Spectacular production and costume design. We get another 50. The story is good. The songs are good, but it's not as good as the first one. A lot of people saying that. Not as good as the first one. A 60. A 39. I absolutely love the first movie, and I saw it in the theater 6 times. I will always be one of my favorite movies, mainly because I've been a fan of Cynthia. I don't know how to say her name for many years.
Arivo. Is it Erivo or Arivo?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always call it Erivo.
So this one says the second one, she was very disappointed. I blame the story mostly. Yeah. Got a 29 over here. Was meh on the first part, but this part was bad. A 30. 75 from Linko Kenobi. Linko Kenobi gave it a 75. Wow.
There you go.
And
Element gave it a 100. It all comes together. Just got out of Wicked parts 1 and 2. Oh, you saw them back to back. 48, another, and a 59. So I don't even know some of these people, but I'm just gonna give them a thumbs up because usually if they don't know me and I give them a thumbs up, they'll follow me. And so I'll start to grow a little bit, you know.
And once again, if it lets you escape reality and you have fun with it, God bless you, seriously. Like,
yeah, I mean, who are
like
we?
I couldn't get into it, but if it makes you happy, this is just our opinion. And yeah, I have a very, I love the art of cinema, and I felt like this just didn't do it for me. But if it does it for you, I'm not going to denigrate you. As a matter of fact, I'll give you some thumbs up here in a little bit. So
sorry, I can't wait for Avatar. That's my movie of the year. I can't wait for Avatar, man. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Mo, you got to watch all of them. You got to watch the other 2.
Oh, I watched the first one in 3D, by the way, at home. So
all I'm saying is, and I don't want to jump the shark. Fathers loved the second one.
That I've heard.
They love the second because there's such a father dynamic in this film that is so powerful for fathers to see. Freaking Ryan said that too. I'm just saying. He didn't like the first one, but he's like, the second one, the father dynamic was powerful because it came out in a time when fathers were being trashed, in Hollywood.
22, right? 21, 22?
I don't know.
Where did it come out? Oh, sorry.
I don't know. But fathers were being trashed, and here comes Avatar as the father was being the father. It was freaking cool. Anyway, he's like, I'm rescuing my freaking kids, man. I'm coming to get them. And how dare you hurt my kids? I'm gonna hurt you for hurting my kid. It's just a moment. Anyway. Right. I don't know where Joe's at. Joe's in the Ritz Carlton. She's a billionaire, but she still finds time to hang out with us. So that's pretty cool. Anything you want to promote before? I appreciate you coming on. and watching the film for us.
I had a good time. I felt like the movie was weird but in some weird way, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I had my popcorn. I had my blue icy. It got me out. So, like you said, Mo, whatever. In the end, movies are just about escapism and, having a good time, connecting if you go with family or friends. So, overall, I just grateful I got to go out and do something different. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's awesome. And I appreciate all you guys in the chat just hanging out. I know some people didn't even care, but you hung out anyway. Over 50 people watching us, trying to get this channel monetized. We're about 1,000 hours out. So we're getting close. We're getting close. Hopefully, next month we're definitely doing Avatar. So, and then we got a lot of cool movies coming up that I'd love to go over. We got SpongeBob Square. Did anybody see the SpongeBob SquarePants teaser trailer before this movie?
No, I've only seen the original one, which is the GOAT. It's one of the best movies ever. I'll fight
bro. The SpongeBob teaser trailer that they showed was not geared for kids.
Oh,
I
nice.
couldn't believe what they did in this cartoon. Like, he gets scared and a brick falls out of his pants. He's like, where did that brick come from? Like the old term, shitting. So,
whoa,
it's a term. Hey. I wasn't cussing. I was saying a term.
I know.
So yeah, like it's like, oh my gosh, it's. So I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be great. Avatar and they're all coming out around the same time. Michael Jackson's coming out next year. I'm looking forward to that, and so many more. So anyway, from all of us, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, guys. And we'll catch you next time here on the Monday Hangover for First Shots. I'm hitting the red button. We're done.